Hi there, this is Nicola from Forever Young Autobiographies and welcome to my channel. This is the place to learn how to write life stories for family and friends so that unique memories can live on. So I'd love for you to subscribe and like this video. Today's topic is a case study. We're talking about a surprise find and how it turns into the biography of a late mother. It focuses on Elaine Crabtree and her mum Isabel. Now, Elaine helped create the book by Isabel, which is called When We Were Very Rich. Now, this is a great story. I'd love to share it with you. It's inspiring and motivating to get started on your own family stories. So let's jump in. Now, Elaine tells me that she found a notebook about her mother's life, her life story, among others, when she was going through her mum's possessions. And she'd heard of one notebook, but she hadn't heard of the others. And so she was really surprised and excited to find all of these memories and occasions written down. And she knew she must do something with it. Her mum was one of 14 kids and Elaine herself has probably about 50 cousins, she says. So this was a family story that needed to be shared. Now I got to talk to Elaine and I've got a bit about how she started to share with you, how she started this project. She said she had support from her husband and her daughter and her son. And she also shared it with some other cousins, but she especially wanted to do it up for her auntie Bub, who is probably a bit younger than her mum, but she was still alive, and this was all about their shared childhood as well, growing up in Rockhampton in central Queensland, Australia. So that was the real driving force, having some family support and knowing that it had a really great intended audience who were dying to read it. Now, how did she go about it? How did she start this process? Well, she said she had to read the journals many times and figure out there was double up stories. She had to figure out which ones, had to be cut out. So cut out the double up stories. She started with a first chapter giving some background about, I suppose, the ancestry of the family story, and then that led naturally into the beginning of the book. She organised it chronologically and she said she had to rewrite it or retype it probably 4 times. But after about 18 months to 2 years, it was all complete. Now, that's not to say it was an easy process. She had many challenges along the way. Number 1, she says, was probably figuring out how it all went in order, chronological order, and which bits went into which chapters. Now, Elaine says she enlisted the help of her sister, Felicity, to help do this. And together they nutted it out. And her sister, Felicity, is a trained artist and volunteered to do some artwork for the book, which is amazing team effort. So, to have the book, the writings and the artwork. So there's a great picture of their grandmother's mango tree on the cover. So, have a look on the website for that one. So that was some of the challenges. But what were some of the real rewards? Now, Elaine's really clear on this. She got her book published, or her mother's book published, by Austen Macaulay, which was a real win. I mean, she says that getting the first copy of that book in the mail, or the first few copies in the mail, and actually holding it for the first time, she just felt so proud for her mum that her stories were recorded and out there with the world. So, any tips from Elaine for budding biographers or autobiographers? Now, number 1, she says, anything that's written down or recorded, she says you must get that compiled. Write it down. She says start slowly and just don't give up. Keep trying. She says it is so rewarding. Now, just to recap, we've got Elaine's helped compile her mother's life story, Isabel, and she's put out a book called When We Were Very Rich. Now, that's available online and in print. And if you'd like a copy, you can go to my website. I've got all the details there about the book. Plus a bit more about what Elaine's shared with how this writing process evolved. But there you have it, a mother's love and compiling journals to tell a mother's story. So I hope that is inspiring and motivating for you to get started. Now, a bit of a bonus for watchers today, if you've got a story of a loved one that you'd like to make a start on, I've got a whole system for that called Your Family Stories, and I'll leave a link down below so you can get some free sections to that. It's completely free, so just follow the link and sign up. And if you've got someone in mind you'd like to do a life story project with, let us know down below in the comments. It's really good to hear what other people are working on. And again, if you'd like more information, head back to my website, foreveryoungautobiographies.com. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe and like it. And until next time, happy writing.